In 2021 or 2022, I forgot when Nikkei was first announced, I said Nikkei was going to be a gargantuan hit. This was going to become one of the biggest gacha games around the world. Many people disagreed with me. Stix, there's no way a game like Nikkei is capable of attaining worldwide success on a level that no other gacha game, with the exception of Genshin Impact, is capable of. Haters absolutely slammed this game. They claimed once the honeymoon phase was over, the first couple months had passed, Nikkei would fade into obscurity, much like the majority of gacha games before it, including Level Infinite's selection of games. Yet, 7 months after releasing, Nikkei has managed to surpass $400 million in worldwide cumulative revenue. Admittedly, Japan accounts for nearly 60% of that, you fucking pervs. But I mean, at the same time, did we really expect any less of Japan? Japan is, of course, a hotspot for gacha gaming, with games like Azure Lane, Blue Archive, Punishing Grey Raven doing better in Japan than any other country around the world. Now, before we go ahead and jump any further into the kind of success that Nikkei has achieved thus far, I want to take a moment here to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon. You guys allow for me to continue to do videos like this every single day, and I greatly appreciate that. Also, if you have a moment, consider following me over on Twitch, where I stream gacha games every single weekend. Now, Nikkei has been an overwhelming success for its publisher, Level Infinite, with Nikkei managing to bring in $20 to $40 million every single month. According to Sensor Tower, the month of May brought in 300,000 downloads worldwide and $35 million. That is actually closing in on Genshin's, I think, $40 million it made globally last month as well. Comparing this to Level Infinite's other game, yeah, there is a stark contrast in terms of overall success and popularity. Now, I will note this is for Android and iOS specifically, but both Tower Fantasy and Nikkei have PC versions as well. But the difference between 1.4 million and 35 million is why so much focus, so much tender loving care has been put into Nikkei thus far, and why Nikkei is the game that Level Infinite pushed more than any other. The mobile version of Goddess of Victory Nikkei released in November 2022 and surpassed $400 million in cumulative global revenue in May 2023. Japan is the largest market, accounting for nearly 60% of the revenue share by market, and high RPD can be confirmed. Nikkei surpasses $400 million worldwide, ranking it the 5th in mobile game revenue in Japan. And actually, this has been ranked in the top 10 gacha games worldwide, not just within Japan. The games that rank higher than this are, on occasion, Fate Grand Order, on occasion, Uma Musume, Genshin Impact 10 out of 10 times, more recently Honkai Star Rail, and I think off the top of my head, that's it. Before Honkai Star Rail released, Nikkei periodically made it into the 3 highest grossing gacha games in the world. Goddess of Victory Nikkei is a squad RPG released in November 2022. Battles using a wide variety of firearms and character skills are developed, and high quality game. We don't need to be told what kind of game it is. We all know the kind of game it is. And it's not a game that focuses on firearms and character skills. No. According to Sensor Tower, the mobile version of Nikkei has surpassed 400 million in cumulative global revenue from November to May. So it looks like November it made, what's this, 100 million? And then by January, it looks like it hit almost 2.5 million. February was 3 million, 3.5, 3 2/3. And then somehow broke like 4.2 million in May. That's impressive. That is a very steady increase in earnings, although it does look as though April and May saw greater earnings than the 3 months prior. The game has been released worldwide, but Japan was the largest market in terms of revenue share by market during the same period, accounting for nearly 60%. Second place is 15% in the US, and the third place is 13% in Korea. So Japan's population is 125 million. Oh man, it's actually right. Japan's population has decreased by like 2 million in the last 20 years. That's crazy. Fucking anime body pillows, man. All these Japanese guys are buying anime girl body pillows, and instead of getting with real women or investing all their time and money into idols, gacha game waifus, and yeah. But with 1/3 the population of America, they make up 4 times the market share. Jesus, that is crazy. Japan also ranked first in terms of the number of downloads during the same period, but its share is 23%, second place being America. So it actually has almost double the number of downloads that America has. Third place is 11% in Thailand. Not Korea, Thailand. Wow. All right. Even limited to the Japanese market, you can see the popularity of the mobile version of Goddess of Victory Nikke. According to Sensor Tower data, it ranks 5th in terms of mobile game revenue in Japan from November 2022 to May 2023. It is coming close to surpassing the Detective Conan game. Still a little ways away from Fate Grand Order and Uma Musume though, but it is catching up. By the end of 2023, it might actually surpass Fate Grand Order, Uma Musume, whatever this thing is, a little weird flamey penguin thing. Among mobile games for Japanese publishers that are well known for their top earnings rankings, such as Monster Strike. Okay, so it's called Monster Strike. I've never heard of that game before. Uma Musume, the horse racing gacha game. This work is also the only mobile game from an overseas publisher, right? Because this is done by the same studio that does Destiny Child, I believe a Korean developer. Goddess of Victory Nikke is yeah, no, we don't need to know what Nikke is. We already know what Nikke is. Steadily earning profits through collaboration updates supported by a wide range of age groups. Oh, I bet it's like 18 to like 35 is the demographic. Although I feel like the demographic is also going to be heavily in favor of like 13 to 18. Mobile version of Nikke has been steadily increasing its earnings during collaborations and updates. For example, during the period from February to March, when collaborating with the TV anime Chainsaw Man on February 21st, the day before the collaboration, it ranked 21st in the top revenue ranking in the Japanese App Store. However, on the day of the collab, it surged to the number 3 position. And after that, it kept within the top 15 during the entire first week of the collab. This trend can be seen in the most recent update. At the time of the half anniversary update held on April 27th, it jumped from the 19th place to the 2nd place. So the anniversary event actually was more popular than the Chainsaw Man event. Unreal. Japan is the world's largest market for mobile version of Goddess of Victory Nikke, but looking at the user distribution shows the characteristics of each market. So here's the breakdown of the age demographic. The top is Japan, the US, South Korea. So Japan, 18 to 24. So it doesn't actually track people under the age of 18, but it looks like a lot of 18 to 24-year-olds play in America, 42% compared to the 29% in Japan and 19% in Korea. 25 to 34, 26% in America, almost 40% in Japan, 55% in South Korea. So there are almost 5% of Americans and Japanese players are 55 or above. That's actually great. Imagine going over to visit your grandparents and your grandpa sitting there playing Nikke. Just the jiggle. Grandpa, what are you oh my god, Grandpa! Whew, at least he'd know what to get him for his birthday. Let's see. In South Korea, the 25 to 34 age group is more than 50% and has an overwhelming share. Another characteristic is the male to female ratio in Japan and the United States is 7 to 3, while in South Korea it's 6 to 4. That's not much of a drastic difference. It just means that more males play them in Japan and the US. And yeah, 400 million. They're gonna hit 500 million probably in the next 3 months. The game somehow continues to garner 25 to 40 million dollars every single month. This continues to be one of the highest grossing gacha games in the world. This game is not going anywhere unless Level Infinite do something absolutely horrendous to destroy the good faith that they have garnered in their community. Despite what people think of Level Infinite, they're doing pretty good with Nikke. So now if Nikke isn't your kind of game, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now. It might be more interest to you.